What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 23 of my Total War, I think it's 23, Orion Immortal Empires campaign. So, we ended off last episode after Draika had her debut battle with the Bloody Handz, as well as the settlement garrison of the Crooked Moon mutinous Gits, attempting to attack Daith and his Wildwood Rangers, which are leveling up pretty darn nicely. The Wardens in particular, 70 and 69 nice melee attack and defense, with decent amounts of armor as well. Plus, they're not even at rank 7 as yet, and they will only get stronger from here. We got a very nice battle up ahead, and a Pyrrhic victory, casualties high, which is what we like to see, so let's get started. Alright, to the fray indeed. I am very excited about this particular battle. Once again, so happy that the enemy actually sallied out here. And, well, actually, technically, the Bloody Handz drew them into the fight. But anyway, I'm very happy is what I'm getting at. We've got a lot of solid infantry action to enjoy here. We're a little bit damaged, and the enemy reinforcing army, the garrison army, is extremely tough. They've got 4 units of Black Orcs and I want to say 7 units of oh my lord, that poor shaman. Oh, or war boss. He took like no damage from that. Damn. It looks like the first one must have knocked him down, and then he got the invincibility frame while he was knocked down and took no further damage from any of the others. Bit of a shame that, but well, what are you gonna do? Anyways, I was saying 4 Black Orcs, 7 big uns, and well, not to mention the various assorted other units, trolls, artillery, a giant, boar boys, etc. It's gonna be a good fight for our infantry army, and I'm very interested to see how well they face off against Biggins and against Black Orcs, especially considering that Biggins are considerably stronger in SFO than they are in vanilla as well. Alright, down goes the enemy lord, sniped at last by a combination of our units of Way Watchers and our Glade Captain and Glade Captains and Lord. And now it's time to prepare for the coming of the main enemy stack. So, the way that we've deployed it is thus. Our Wildwood Wardens and our two units of Wildwood Rangers plus the Wardens of Sithrall are waiting all the way back here, while we've also deployed a line of 4 units of Wildwood Rangers all the way back on the left flank. The idea is to allow the enemy to draw forth towards the center of the map, where we can engage them here and then hit them in the back with all of these guys. We do want to make sure that we knock out the enemy artillery and then prevent as many of the enemy from escaping as possible, as obviously if they come back, we're just going to have to assault those walls. And while I do enjoy that, the special location won't allow a cinematic battle, so it's better to destroy them in the field. Anyway, this time by the looks of... oh my lord, this time by the looks of it, the poor enemy lord will get sniped pretty much instantly by those arrows of Kurnus. The foot lord, by virtue of not having a mount, was knocked off his feet and became invincible, whereas the mounted lord did not have that invincibility frame to rely upon and just died from the arrows of Kurnus spam. I suppose then there is another good reason to be a foot lord on occasion. Anyway, I'm gonna get a few arrows into the enemy giant as best we can before said savage giant makes its way towards our Wildwood Rangers. It does, however, have 50% missile resistance and 15% physical, which means it's going to take quite a while to snipe down. We've also sent our units of Glade Rider or Glade Captains to chase down this enemy Goblin Wolf Chariot. And we're going to stop the enemy charge with our Spell Singer of Life, just because the Way Watchers were a little bit uncomfortably close. Obviously, we can't have the Spell Singer fight these guys, but she's taken the charge, and now she's going to back off while the Wildwood Wardens and Rangers charge on in instead. Perfect. And obviously, since it's a spell singer of life, we weren't too worried about her getting destroyed. Looks like the boar boys will get obliterated. Gotta remember that every single one of our units here is anti-large, or at least every single one of our melee units. The giant attempts to march forth, but will get continuously focused down by our range units, though by the looks of it, he will manage to explode a few of our melee units as well before going down. Giant plays on cue for once. There you go. And I don't imagine he can crush a Black Orc, as they probably have too much HP. Anyway, there we go. The Black Orcs are in the fight now, facing off against the Wildwood Rangers, Wardens, and the Wardens of Sithral, to be particular, fighting around the Giant's corpse. A big old brawl happening, but of course with the enemy having moved in like this, they left their artillery unguarded, and the Wildwood Rangers that were essentially waiting to engage have, engaged and destroyed the enemy artillery with the help of the Glade Captains, and are now running after the limited number of enemy Orc Error Boys that they had. So, range support pretty much all destroyed. And as soon as they are, we'll send these guys into the fray like these guys are doing, and hit the enemy from the side. Alright, of course, Black Orcs and Biggins together with Trolls are still a devastatingly solid line and combination, and I do imagine we'll be taking plenty of damage on our units here. It's a big old-fashioned brawl. One of our Wildwood Rangers gets kicked away by the Troll here, but once again the anti-large should still work nicely for us, and we do still have those 3 Glade Captains and our Glade Lord to rely upon should we need to target any specific units. Alright, just trying to get some good shots of these guys fighting in melee. Nice hit to that Black Orc, which brings him down, but I'm sure many a Ranger and Warden will fall in reprisal. We've opened up a nice sort of nice hole in the enemy line in the center. Gonna pop off our abilities as well, the smoke bombs, as several of our Wildwood Rangers units are starting to take damage, and that will allow us to dish out a little bit more for the 2 seconds that the ability is up. I suppose if we use all 4 of them, that's 8 seconds of -5 melee damage, and I want to say -75 speed for the enemy. 2 seconds, obviously not really much. It's essentially meant to either help you chase down enemies a teensy bit, or to, well, more likely to prevent enemy charges. Just as they close in, you slow them down and you reduce their speed and their charge bonus, and prevent it from being effective. But here, while in the middle of the fray, we can use it for a little bit more damage. Though by the looks of it, we won't need to do too much more, as the enemy army, by the looks of it, has given up and will decide to shatter. Looks like we have cut our way through most of them. We can see 1, 2, 3 units of Black Orcs are down to like 5% of their HP, just a sliver, and then 1 unit will shatter, knowing that all the other Black Orcs were had failed, and were cut down. There we go. Very nice to the Wildwood Rangers and Wardens. We can certainly see that we've taken some damage, especially on a couple units. Probably, yeah, the Wardens. The Wardens are more damaged because they led the fray. They charged the enemy first, and thus were more likely to feel the bite of those Black Orc Great Axes. This one nearly lost half of its HP, for example. Anyway, we're going to do our best to chase, and fortunately, the Wardens and Rangers are great at it. 61 speed, armor piercing. Most of the enemy infantry will die, and even the Orcs, which run faster than standard infantry speed, have no way they can outrun the very quick Rangers. Ooh, very, very nice. A beautiful way to start the episode, if I do say so myself. I really love brawling with armies, and especially this is sort of exemplifying why I really like to build themed armies that don't have a bunch of different troops mixed together. Wood Elves don't usually like to brawl nearly as much, but we got 2 armies at least. Well, if we count Dirthu and Drika, 4 armies, but with the Elves at least, 2 Elven armies armies that brawl, the Rangers and the Eternal Guard. And I've been having, actually 3, if we count the War Dancer army. So having a lot of fun with those, not just obliterating all enemies from afar with range, which I feel like if you just spam that, it makes the Wood Elves a lot less fun to play. I like watching their melee units. Anyway, abduct the captive. Wait a moment. 18k, 20k, 21k nearly, 22k, well, a little over 21k, 32k. Alright, nobody's beaten that. I sincerely doubt anyway, though Daith himself did come close. Very nice. Very nice work. And by the looks of it, the garrison of Carricate Peaks has by and large been obliterated, so we should be able to auto-resolve the remnants. And at least this way we got ourselves a nice cinematic field battle, instead of whatever else we would have gotten. Non-aggression pact, not so sure about that. You just wait. Alright, settlement receives plague, Shattered Stone Isle. Looks like the plague is following Durthu around, but, well, as expected. Clan Angron ally begins outpost construction, another Dryad Spy, another Forest Spirit, a Channeling Staff, a Young Stag, enemy killed, Elven Steed, ally occupies Carcass Sun, and Akka the Wandering Wield has returned, and we got the Wisdom of the Yew available. Now, out of curiosity... Yeah, okay, so all of our Forest Spirits just got a massive upgrade. Every single one of our Forest Spirits now applies poison. Isn't it lovely? And we got range and reload increase for everybody faction-wide. We got another forest encounter up near Griffin Wood. Probably a decent, If we weren't busy with the Drake, I'd send her up there, but I guess we should deal with this. And then all of this. There's a lot of undead for her to deal with. Ritual of Rebirth now available at Athel Loren, and we should start it up ASAP. Ooh, and it's also near Tier 4, which is also nice. Ooh, also, speaking of Tier 4, Vol's Anvil and Crags of Findal. You should have both gone up to... Oh, wow, 9,000. Okay, we're going to need to reduce the costs of this. But how will we do so? Okay, wait. I'll figure this out. Usually this is the type of admin that I do between the episodes. Also, colonize Skaven Blight. And yes, okay, Skaven Blight is a special location, so that's more money faction-wide. And we certainly wanted it. And if Miragliano is such as well, we should probably kill them off. Feels bad, man, but what can you do? You. Trade these for the lower ranked variants. Like so. And out of curiosity, wait. We have the Western Provinces as our ally again. For how long? I don't know, but whatever. Anyway, Wisdom of the Yew is available. Let's go up to Mighty Stump because we want tributes for the Oak. That post-battle loot will be lovely, I'm sure. You're stuck where you are, and Datan, I guess you're stuck where you are as well, at least for the turn. Anyway, what I wanted to do was this. Let's take Dalsith, for example. Oh. I want to reduce the construction costs. Who's not needed right now? Oh, I know. You. Trelon. You're not needed. Well, okay, let's do this. Warhawk Crags, not cages, Crags, will be built up. You will want to transfer these Basties. I'm gonna say we'll give the first 2 to Durthu. Once again, it'll work really nicely with his army. Frankly, once again, it'll work nicely with potentially a number of armies. Ooh, it would also work really, really well with this army, wouldn't it? Damn, there's so many uses for them. Well, that's why I wanted them so bad. I think we'll start with Durthu, as it'll give him a little bit of support, additional support. And we'll just keep an eye on when we can get the next one up and running. 42 allegiance. They are fairly costly, I'll admit, but definitely worth our time. 36, a little bit cheaper with Itza. Try to get another Lizardman ally going if we can. Anyway, we want you, Trelon, to do multiple things. First of all, you're going to deep roots on over to the Haunted Forest. Like so. And oh, you have the plague. How long do you have the plague for? 3 turns. Damn it. Oh, damn it, I didn't mean to... world roots, yeah, well, whatever. You're going to transfer these guys here. And we'll try to get them to Durthu. Then we want to get the Sisters of Athel Loren to Loren, who is at Argalis. Huh. Frankly, none of the other trees are all that close. Alright, temporarily... I was gonna say temporarily transfer to somebody here, but I'm not even sure that that would work very well. Do we have any free lords slash heroes? Okay, we do have... Oh, okay, Akka's back, but we have to use them. Oh, actually, also, while we're at it, damn, there's so many things to do. What do you have? Forest Steward. Melee attack plus 10 and upkeep... Well, that's what we've been looking for approximately 30 turns, and we get it now. The question is, do we get a rank 3 with a Forest Steward to power up this army and lose a Skura? She is providing 10% ward save to them. Frankly, maybe they don't need the bonus attack. Maybe they're fine as they are. Maybe we keep a Skura. Alright, fine. You know what? We will get that other lord, but we will have them lead the these guys. We did have more, after all. And I should still put them to use. Also, Knights of Caledor. Okay, no new Dragon Princes as of yet, but we'll use the Forest Steward. We're unlikely to get another one, after all, since it took just so long to get that one. Anyway, I still want to transfer these Sisters of Athel Loren to somebody. Question is who? You know what? Go transfer them to the guy in Vale for now. Talsyn will need to be here, but just... Okay, I have my reasons. I have my reasons, just leave me alone. You go back to the jungles of Qian now. Alright, how many more turns do we have of the Wild Hunt? 2 more turns. Okay, so it's gonna be gone relatively soon, so we will have to deal with it. You're fine as you are, Durthu. You cannot reach Dreadrock, right? Oh, she looks like you can. Why are you lying, game? You can't reach Dragonfang Mount, though, so go to Dreadrock. And Plagueinated though you may be. What do we have in terms of defenses here? Not that much. Oh. Really? You just can't reach it? You're like... well, that's a shame. At least we don't suffer attrition here, but that is indeed a shame. Oh well, I guess you're stuck. Stay where you are. Don't bother ambushing or anything like that. Well, let's start from the beginning. Orion, you will return and kill Uzul Woemaker here. Oh, I believe we had a couple of potential missions. Not you. Yeah, Uzul Woemaker. Attain, Uzul, yes. Knights of Caledor, Queek and Irot. We'll take Irot. Huh? Okay, that went away. Now it's just Tretch and Pustich. It's not worth our time. Alright, back to you, Orion. You are going to kill Uzul, who's in March stance. It looks like Odin Black Raider is moving towards Conquata, but Conquata should be able to defend itself against him now. And do this, obviously we'll auto-resolve this, and hopefully that'll help level up Ariel a teensy bit. She's certainly gonna need it. Take the... you know what, we need to spend a lot of money right now, so we're gonna take the money. Even though I'd love the mana as well. And then you are going to March Stance, which takes you, I guess, close to this guy. Yeah, I'm not gonna build that up right now. War Banner ally mission successful, yes, good. You stay in the Isle of Wights. You know, just go close to him. Your army's free anyway, so it hardly matters. And Capitano Cisco we can ignore. Ooh, I wonder if Sekhlil is moving towards the Isle of Wights. We don't care if they are, so we'll just leave them. Oh, damn. We've kind of inadvertently prevented Luan from doing anything else here now, because I think nobody's around him. He might sail north, but we've created a lot of ruins around Norska as well. Ellen Delling. I was going to send you up here, but I think we're probably instead going to move you to deal with the ritual at Lorelorn. Ludicrous. We'll leave Orion to the other stuff. I'd love to pop it immediately. I guess we should pop it immediately, shouldn't we? I don't think a single spawning army should be able to deal with the stuff at Lorelorn, so we'll do this. Perform ritual. Set it up immediately. Enemies muster indeed. They do like to do that, and ritual begins. The ritual of rebirth has been successfully initiated in this region. Once Lorelorn for it's the same in Norscan warbands, but otherwise it more or less is the same every time. And actually you know what I should have done? I should have we would have been able to fight immediately if I had done that first and then jumped. But I got excited about the new ritual, so what can you do? Grower Ara and the Sisters of Twilight. And here's a question. Oh, you're at war with Harganeth. Okay, wait. Join war against Harganeth. Yeah, we'll do that. These guys won't like it, but I don't care. We'll deal with him later. I don't think we need to do this right now. Peace treaty with you. Alright. And the war with Harganeth means that we don't lose any money. This does mean that the sisters can move to Shrogtak Mount, or close to it, like so. And knock out some of these guys, while not being worried about Grumbrundle taking the Rothkar Spire back. Grower Ara, you're supposed to return to the Witchwood. Orliath. You are going to get replaced by Akka the Wandering Weald, as he's been waiting to get back into his army, so we will reset your skill points, and we'll get Akka back up and running. Akka, you are going to go Ever-Reaching Tendrils, Wonders of the Forest, Awakening of the Wood, Life Bloom, Shield of Thorns, Skin of the Woods. Probably Speed of the Hunter would only help these guys, and they're pretty quick. We will get it, but maybe not right now. Then we'll probably want Dark Spirit is solid because it's enemy leadership reduction, though the other stuff, well, it does power you up fairly significantly. This also powers up Treekin. We could also get Dance of Loek, which kind of works with the Blade Singers nicely. Yeah, fine. For Dance of Loek, possessed by the Trickster God, Dark Spirit, and we'll go for the Skewering Branch. Alright. And we'll go to the Forced Encounter shortly, but let's deal with whatever else we have to deal with, because frankly, it looks like there's a lot of it. You, Sir Loren, are going to hit Argalis. And I think we could just auto-resolve it. It'll hurt, but nah. And Raze will not let us heal, but we do need a ton of money, so it is what it is. Can you perhaps... I was hoping that he could go into encamp stance, but all good. At least we got a Forest Spirit for our trouble. Elven Steed, and I guess he'll heal elsewhere. We'll probably destroy all this as well. And frankly, if any of our allies want to help themselves to these territories, they're welcome to it. We don't need all the territories, and I'd rather use the ruins as buffers. Yo. Auto-resolve. And we will see if this is a... Oh, 15k. Wait, I think we can recolonize it and it'll be cheaper. So, raise... And stop moving. Ooh. Scroll of Leeching? Useless. Enemy killed in battle. Sapper. Crooked Moon Mutinous gets destroyed. Recolonize. Let's hope that it's a special location. It is. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, and we'll see if Warzag attempts to attack us afterwards, but I'm sure you'll be able to handle him if he does. Nice. Next up is Skura. You've taken Quitax. You can reach Talashed Land from here, and hello. We have the Jade Court moving in. And this guy's at Wallatal as well. A little bit concerning in the sense that oh, what the heck is this? They're going to bypass all of this and they're going to go for the Sacred Pools, probably. On the other hand, even if they do, we should be able to take care of them, so I think we'll be okay. Maybe Itza will help us out with that. Anyway, Skura, I would like you to hit Lashed Land, though I am a little bit concerned about this guy. Nonetheless. See how much money this is worth. And we cannot auto-resolve. Oh, these guys might be willing to fight us together. I'll take it. You're really gonna need a... Does the eagle provide you? It does not provide you siege attacker, meaning this army will, well, I should have known that because we have eagles here. This army will not be able to siege attack until it gets its dragons, which is going to be a fair bit from now. Well, actually, since we're getting, that's actually going to be in 2 turns, so it's actually not that long. Or at the very least, we'll be able to start recruiting them in 2 turns. Anyway, tech thieves, come on down to Funky Town. And we send one north to Malekith? I mean, we could. On the other hand, we could have 2 operate in the Slaaneshi territories and then 1 operate elsewhere. Frankly, most likely 1 will get wounded eventually, and then we'll have to deal with it anyway. Oh, got another Verdant Sage with more steel tech ability. Certainly need to put that to good use. Dulcith, you still hold on to those Sisters of Athel Loren until I figure out what to do with them exactly. Yeah. Alright, Circo, why are you in March stance? You are sitting at the Sacred Pools. I guess you could go take them and then start traveling. But you need to build stuff here as well. So that's a no. Alright, fine. What are we looking to build here? I guess we'll start with the Haunted Groves because we need those everywhere, and then we'll build the dragon thing as well. Draika, I believe you have a fight, so we'll move you last. Grasleth, you're just stuck at Griffin Wood for now. Akka, you have a fight as well. Maybe we'll start with you since I missed you. And who are you again? Alright, you're just gonna take units. Fair enough. And I'd love to recruit, but we got more money to make and then a ton of money to spend. Let's move the tech thieves, which I would usually do between the episodes, but right now it's needed to do them here. And, for the love of critical failure. Unfortunate, but to be expected. You go to the Zufbar. You stay here at Grand Peak, but hit it from the other side. Slaaneshi giggle. Alright, and you are not at a high enough rank to actually spend those points. I think we had 1 more tech thief around somewhere, or did we not? Oh no, that was the one that died. And it's gonna be off-field for 8 turns. Oh, those critical failures are horrific. And which one were you? Yeah, you were the Verdant Sage. You know what? Maybe it's not worth getting the Verdant Sages. Somebody did point out that it might be better to just use these ones with the Bewitching instead, and that hero success chance. Less likelihood of these guys dying and annoying us. Anyway, we got time enough to fight with Akka. Akka, go into Forest Calls. Head here. And Dark Elf, stronger foe. I like the sound of that. What do we have here? The orcs that lurk the mountain passes of Nagaron are not natives. They are escaped slaves who have fled the mines and gladiatorial pits of the Druki. One such band of escapees has set up camp near your borders and is readying itself for a final stand against the Druki slavers who pursue them. Slaying the orcs might buy you the favor of the Druki, as well as a sizable reward, but if the Greenskins were to be victorious over their pursuers, then other slaves within the Dark Elves' domain might be emboldened. Kill the slavers. It'd be nice to be able to kill both, but what can you do? You don't need this. The Blade Singers are magical attacks anyway. Oh, is it... I mean, we'll put it on one of the eagles for now. This is also probably not super useful, but whatever. Frankly, you could probably use a better banner than that. What do we have here? Ooh, 3 Bloodrag Shrines, Sisters of Slaughter, Blackguard, Black Dragons. Oh, damn. This is actually going to be a tough fight. I love to see it. I don't know why the settlement garrison is here, but I love to see it. Go. Alright, here we go. Akka the Wandering Wield returns in a big way. He's got the regular non-malevolent treemen to help his army out, plus the Zotes and a very nice sort of blob to act as his main blob. Of course, we also now have 4 units of the Blade Singers and 4 units of Warlines, both of which, as we've seen, work nicely together. And I imagine it's well, they're going to work nicely together here as well. Once again, love the war lines in our colors. I do think they work nicely with our army. Now, this is probably going to be the most elite Dark Elf army we ever face off against. 2 Black Dragons, Hydra, Medusa, 3 Blood Rag Shrines, and Blackguard of Nagaron, plenty of Shades and range units. It's a good stack. Let's see how we do with an army that is, well, I guess technically, in its new form, this is its first battle, its debut. Now, we know one thing from Himric's campaign, from Marathon, the Silver and Talon, and that eagles tear dragons to shreds. So the first Black Dragon will be surrounded by the eagles and absolutely torn apart, rapidly losing its HP, dropping down to about 20%, and will be likely knocked out of the sky in seconds. Alright, who needs beards and belts when you've got beaks and talons? Dragon 1 down, and we're heading to the next, while Akka heads directly for the rest of the enemies. Looks like the enemy will send one of its Blood Rack Shrines in to support the Blackguard of Nagaron, but frankly, this is just giving us proximity to attack it directly if it doesn't attempt to escape. Alright, and that's a combination of Sisters of the Slaughter, and was there a unit of Witch Elves in there? Just Sisters of Slaughter. Sisters of Slaughter and Blackguard of Nagaron to hold off our bigger units. We'll see how they do. The second dragon already out of the way as the eagles have mobbed and destroyed him, and now we've got the lions getting ready to charge on in. They were hidden in the woods, and we were waiting for this sort of portion of the enemy choke point to be free. I'm going to pop an Assault of Stone on the enemy piles of Black Ark Corsairs. I was going to say and Shades, but the Shades are elsewhere. And the Blade Singers have joined the fray as well as soon as the enemy had engaged the pile of trees. And the Blade Singers could move on in without essentially the threat of taking a massive amount of damage. And they still do have a lot of threatening enemy units to contend with. The Blackguard of Nagaron and the War Hydra in the center of all of this. But once again, with the enemy focusing the trees down and the Zotes providing support, we should be fine. And the Cannot Die effect on the Blade Singers should be very, very helpful in land, as well as the Shield of Thorns. So by the looks of it, we have suffered damage here. Not surprising, though. Once again, it's a very elite stack. The War Lions have moved on in and are working together with the Eagles here. Not quite on purpose, in the sense that it's probably better to spread the bleed effect around to various units. But it was better to just knock out the range units as fast as we can. Looks like the battle is pretty much ours. We do have our reinforcements moving in, but we're not going to bother using them other than the Wild Riders. And the only reason I want the Wild Riders here is because we don't want the enemy's army to have too many units that can escape. Unless we can use the Wild Riders to help chase the enemy down. And chase them we shall, as the enemy army will shatter and Akka will win the day. Rather quickly, I might add, at about 3 minutes of engagement. Blade Singers outfought the Blackguard of Nagaron. The Eagles outfought the Dragons, and Akka's trees have proven their superiority over the Dark Elf Slavers. Lovely. I'm going to chase down the enemy lord, going to chase down whatever we can with the Wild Riders helping, as they're fantastic at chasing due to their speed and insane damage. And hopefully most of the enemy army will be destroyed. Alright, very nice. A well-earned victory and a great fight for our legendary Wandering Colossus. 40,000 damage on Valnal Shaw Muscle because of her uses of the Penumbral Pendulum. Lots of, well, decent damage on the Eagles, who absolutely tore those dragons to shreds, and the Infantry, who got ripped apart by the War Lions. Of course, the Blade Singers did their thing, and yeah, happy with everything that went down here. It was beautiful. We'll release the captives for the additional cash, as we're about to spend plenty of it, and just the remnants of this. Oh, you know what I should have done? Dark Elf regions will suffer intermittent penalties. I'm Sporticus. Your confrontation against the Druki gave the greenskin escapees the space they needed. You watch from a distance as their bedraggled column marches off into the mountains. Their war boss spots you at a distance and, to your surprise, raises his fist in salute. Perhaps you have found an unlikely ally. Huh, I wonder what the debuffs will be. Slave drive, growth plus, now that's their own thing. Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see. Curious. Yeah, I wanted to see if that little army would have given us missions to destroy it, but it doesn't look like it. Anyway, Akka, destroy it for good. With an auto resolve, and then head back into the Witchwood afterwards. Ooh, actually, that's a question. Auto resolve this, obviously. Then... He didn't survive, right? Okay, no, he didn't. Royal Standard... Oh, yeah, I didn't give you a Royal Standard Bearer? My bad, buddy. Forest Spirit, lose the Gleaming Pennant. And take a... I'm gonna say... Well, first of all, you do need the War Dancer Drummer. You don't really need the Lichbone Pennant, admittedly. I would like you to have a Vol's Anvil Smith, but we don't have any spares. We do have Young Stags, but we could put those on heroes. I don't really need a Lord to hold them. Nothing crazy. Alright, fine. Hold a Gleaming Pennant for a while, but we'll probably replace that. Anyway, if we put you in March Stance, we're just short of returning to the Witchwood, which is a shame. Alright, fine. Well, you should actually move as close to it as you can, because you'll be moving next turn. Most likely, we could send you down to Orion's camp. The other option would be to just send you to the guy in Vale, which in 2 turns will get its own ritual up and running. We could have you fight that ritual. I mean, for now, these guys are only recruiting. They will eventually attack us, but by then perhaps we'll have another army to send over there. I'd rather get more rituals up and running, especially with the hunt ending and us about to lose capability of moving down there. Most likely. But anyway, with that, we are out of time, and I'm going to have to call the episode here. We do have one more battle remaining in this particular turn. I don't remember what it is, but it is somewhere, isn't it? Oh, Draika. Draika still has to fight. You know what? I'll do the building between the episodes, especially because I'll have to consider what to build and where to build it, and move around that item that reduces the construction cost. And besides, we have a good battle here at Castle Drakenhof to do next time, so... we'll start with that. Stay tuned for more Orion. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below, as it will determine how long this campaign will continue to go for, as we can now, or next turn, we'll be able to pop the renewal at Ritual of Rebirth at the Oak of Ages and get the final battle going whenever we damn well please. So, yeah, all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.